This episode of Who Thought We'd Be Here is brought to you by Joker Ink Apparel Decorating Company, your ultimate destination for screen printing, embroidery, and full-color digital printing. Whether it's bold apparel that makes heads turn or promotional swag that leaves a mark, we've got the expertise to make your vision come alive. And the best part, we handle orders from just one piece to a whopping 1 million. No project is too big or too small. With Joker Ink, your imagination is the limit. Our skilled team ensures every design pops with vibrancy, while our state-of-the-art technology guarantees precision and quality. Ready to make your brand unforgettable? Call us now at 845-863-3460 or visit jokerink.com. That's JOKERINK.com. Joker Ink, where creativity meets limitless possibilities. Get noticed, get remembered. Contact Joker Inc. today at 845-863-3460 or visit www.jokerinc.com.
Don't work, I take a second to breathe, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out. Couple rain clouds ain't gonna get me down. I said, breathe in, breathe out. I'm getting back to me. All the things I do, all the things I say, all the times I took a chance, all of the mistakes I made.
We're out here drinking non-alcoholic beers.
Dude,
Cheers to Athletic Brewing. Nice hot day, but the boys are out.
put that right there. Only 45 calories.
Only 45 too. That's half of a Mick Ultra.
And probably tastes a whole lot better. Am I right?
Yeah.
Are we getting paid by them?
Yeah, should we?
I don't know.
Maybe. I have a
Yeah.
couple bars that we could place this stuff at. You want to start off light today with that? You want to talk about how work's been going?
Light?
Yeah.
Light? It's
catch
playful.
up on that.
It's playful, you know, it kind of
'Cause-
dances on the tongue.
At the same time, like, we haven't done this in a while, but it's because we have so much going on in life. And, like,
Yeah, no, that's a good place to start, yeah, for sure.
Because that's been something that's been very big for both of us,
Yeah.
working. Isn't it crazy that the last time that we sat on this pool deck and were podcasting, like, both of us were about to be unemployed for mad long?
Yeah.
And now here we are back
We're
on
just,
the pool
yeah.
deck, working OD.
Making rash decisions. Yeah, I mean, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm...
Yeah, I mean, like when I get on the mic,
fucking,
it's a problem.
So yeah, like, I've been working a lot lately. I've stepped into a new project, and it, on the outside, when I first started looking in, I was like, oh, this should be pretty easy. And then I got a challenge, and it's been challenging. There's a lot. Working in a restaurant is a lot, and there's so many moving pieces, and you need everybody to be on the same page and the same team, and it's just been a process of getting everybody aligned with where they're supposed to be. We started off with just me doing the bar program. I was fixing the cocktail menu, just like helping get things going and helping with the event space that they had upstairs. And then we realized that there were some things with service that definitely needed fine-tuning. And eventually I was like, oh shit, we need a chef. Like, this guy's not going to make it. So we had to go through that transition. And now it's like we have all the pieces together and everything's coming together, but it's just a matter of getting it going. And when you walk into an established place, like, there's already judgments about it, about the food, about the service, about the drinks, about the people that work there. Like, people already have a narrative of what this place is and what an experience there is going to be like, and it's just being patient and putting in the steps to make sure that we can change that narrative. And I feel like I've been doing a lot of that, just like a lot of little things, but it's work, you know. And then today I just took on another project, so I'm excited for that. I'm like getting into working again, you know.
Yeah.
But like hitting it headstrong, you know. I'm trying to make money, and like, it's easy to do if I actually sit there and do the work. So I'm doing the work right now. Literally.
Yeah. It's one of those things that when you do actually sit down and put the time in, you know this, you've been doing this way longer than I have. That, like, when you take the time to, like, you're almost always going to come up with good ideas or solutions or better things to do. And it's just acknowledging, like, I have to put this time in for it to go well.
Yeah, I haven't been where I've wanted to be financially in the last couple of years, and I look back and I'm like, now that everything else seems to be going right in my life, and I'm like, so why am I still having this issue here? And I was like, I'm not doing, that's the only area I'm not doing the work, is literally working. Like, you know, I've put so much time into, like, changing my mindset and my thoughts, and then, like, working on myself as a person and, like, mentally, and taking the time to take care of my body, which has been huge for me. And, like, I kind of just stopped working, you know, like, and, like, you have to do something to receive a paycheck, you know. And now I'm putting in the hours, and it's like, it's paying off tremendously.
Yeah,
and I'm just, now that I'm open to working, it seems to be everywhere.
It is breaking news.
Yeah.
That you have to work to fucking get paid, dude. It's the worst.
I know, and I looked for a way around it.
I mean, I don't know. Like, sometimes I love it, and sometimes I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the nature of the business.
So, what's your relationship with work like lately? I feel like this is a good topic for us to talk about, because me and you have both struggled with this over the last couple of years. Like,
yeah. I mean, I mentioned that, like, my weekends are really, like, committed, like, to being there. That was part of the agreement that I agreed to, and, like, I want to be there as much as I can, because that's how I can have the most impact. Because if I'm always there when it's busy, something, you know.
Yeah. You're right there.
But it's also balancing that, like, kind of, for me to have eventually down the road, like, I would love to have more time to do comedy and to hang out with friends, and, like, we discussed before this, that, like, it's tough, like, me and you kind of work opposite schedules, and we're trying to, like, balance everything else that's going on in our lives, and you realize how much takes place in that weekend hours that are, like, where everybody else who doesn't do what you do, or if it's a holiday or whatever it is, you know. And just getting a good relationship between, like, if I'm here, I might as well make the most out of this and put the work in, because nobody else is going to do it for me. Like, I can be the person who's directly responsible for the success, but I can't phone it in and half-ass it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think you knew that too. Like, you know, it has to, you can't have one without the other. And, like, I feel like right now what I'm doing is putting myself in a position to maybe be able to take that step down the road and just find balance right now.
Yeah.
But I've, like, to me, it's been amazing. Like, you know, I created a cocktail menu. I've changed a lot of things there, and have, like, facilitated a lot between the chef and the servers, everything. And it means something to, like, be a part of it. Like, just even if somebody notices, like, oh yeah, it's like, it's a little bit busier around here. Right? Somebody like Randy said that to me. He's like, I've seen more people here than, like, when I was here before. And just trying to find the balance in that, and then knowing that on days like today, where it's Wednesday, like, I need to go to open mic tonight, you know? And it's not a decision, you know? Like, you took the time off from work to do this, and then you're gonna feel okay about work if you go to this, but then you're gonna beat yourself up if on the day off that you took to do that, you just, you know, hung out. You can't have both, especially, like, if you want to have that down the road.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to it's a struggle to I think find that, and, like, not feel guilty about spending time doing things for yourself too.
Yeah, I understand that completely, man. I get sometimes when I'm not, like, when I wasn't working as much as I am now, like, I was sitting around and I was just like, I was very productive, but I was also like, why am I not doing more right now? And, like, you feel that sometimes, like, if you, like, I'm sure everybody does, like, if you're just not, like, because we're supposed to be doing something, you know, like, human being, you know, just be doing something, you know.
Well, no, I mean, like this.
Like I take time to be still, but there's only so like
Yeah.
you still have to do shit, man.
No,
like,
no. The reality is that it's just like that's just the way it is, and very few people get the chance to like spend their time how they want to. But you know, who says that can't be you? Maybe.
Yeah, and I feel like what I'm doing now is like what I wanted to do anyway. But like now that I'm putting in the work, like I do appreciate the time that's off way more.
Yeah.
Like, so when I want to do nothing, like after I went for a run, like I don't mind doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with it. Like I'm busting my ass when I'm at work, and then like I'm doing stuff for myself during the day, and then like when I have that time, I'm not gonna beat myself up about doing nothing or hanging out with friends or like going to an open mic. Like, just gotta embrace that. Be like, that I've earned this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and being like, do I deserve like to take the time for this?
Yeah.
You know, it's always. I feel like I'm always figuring it out.
Yeah. It's a hard line.
And like that part of being in a new position is figuring that out. Like on the other end of it, I have such advantages to the fact that like I almost, and virtually unless it's a holiday, never have to really work in the mornings unless like I have something to really do.
Yeah. And
So-
that's nice.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
have a whole day before
Exactly.
you go to work, you know?
And then maybe like that's something that can be leveraged into later on being like I've if I, like it comes back to what I'm saying, which is like if I'm there when all this stuff is happening and I can have the influence over it going well, then I'll be rewarded later.
Yeah. Gotta put the
I
work
feel like I was always chasing kind of just like that
instant gratification.
$300, $400 night as a server versus like putting in the money to know like that you have the I guess like the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's like it's just like it's a constant battle. But then like you walk into work and God, I got fucking money.
Yeah.
where the fucking people at?
Yeah.
You know,
And then they come in and you're like, why you gotta eat here?
yeah, exactly. Makes me so. I had some people walk in at like 8:45 last night. I was furious.
Were you?
I was furious. They were really nice.
What'd they get?
They were really nice. They got bolognese and they got like a filet mignon rigatoni special.
Oh, that's
that looked
dope.
mad good.
So you sold the special and they ended up being
I'll be
nice.
selling the special. Shout out to my boy Elfito.
Yeah. Fucking shout.
Guatemala gang.
Go over to Leo's. Check out JP's stuff.
Yeah. I'm at Leo's over by the stadium. And I guess it's technically Wappingers Falls, but it's right off the exit.
Yeah.
You
He'll tell you,
didn't mention
a
where
joke. He'll tell you a joke and get you a slice of pizza.
I'm on the corner. Nah, I might do like a. You want to do a karaoke contest there?
Karaoke
No,
contest.
I'm not gonna do that.
You're going to, so you got an open mic tonight too?
Yeah.
You got anything prepared? How do you
Got some stuff.
how do you balance like now, like we're podcasting right now, but you do have the open mic, like how do you know do you feel confident going into the open mic that you're gonna have enough to get up there and feel comfortable doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I think that for me it's more of just like stretching that muscle every time. And I'm almost sometimes like trying to stretch that muscle. Because like sometimes I really don't want to do it. You know what I mean? You don't feel like being vulnerable and putting yourself out there. But I feel like every time that I get up there when something's going wrong or I'm tired or I just really don't feel like it, to just be like, well, but this is what you do, man. Like you would not show up to work. You would just go through work not feeling it. And maybe something good would happen and your night would turn around, or maybe it wouldn't go that well. But you weren't not going to go. And just being honest with myself about this is what you signed up for. If you ever want to do that full time, you have to take the time that you have free now to spend on that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like mornings staring at like an empty piece of paper, you know, and sometimes stuff comes and sometimes doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's different every time.
And you're putting the time in to try and give
Yeah.
yourself the opportunity to come up with something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what matters. Gotta get your 10,000 hours, man.
Yeah, I watched it's on Peacock. I forget. I think it was called Good Jokes or something, or about something.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen
Mike
the commercial
Birbiglia?
for it. Yeah.
Where he like talks about his process. And he said something that was like, the only time I feel like I can really write is when I'm like on the subway on the way to the club.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. That like he feels that way. Like it's always gonna feel that way. That like you're blocked and that you don't have anything funny to say. But just because I'm in the still beginning stages of it, it's just like you have to stretch that voice. I can't afford to like miss those reps. You know?
Yeah.
At this point.
And that's the most important.
And I try every once in a while. I do slip up. Like I try to, you know what I mean. And I remember like, you know, how the success is made from like repetition, showing up when you don't really feel like it, or maybe you don't feel any funnier than the last time you did it. You know that, like, it's like showing up for anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like lifting that.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing it, man. Day by day, brick by brick. It's kind of like, it's like with this, like for us, you know? It's like we get it done. Sometimes it takes a long time in between episodes, but sometimes we just rattle them off, you know?
For
and
sure.
It's just like, the more you get comfortable with it, the easier it becomes to do like when it's time to do it, you know? I feel like you're putting that time in with stand-up. It's just gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean, I'm
easier
trying
for
to,
you.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I always bring up balance. Struggle with it all the time, but that's why.
What if you were just funny all the time?
Yeah. Come on, bro. I mean,
No, that's impossible.
hold on. I'm too cool for the camera now. Can't do it. Come on, bro. You can't be. Yeah, when are you gonna hop up on open mic night, bro?
When's the next one? The 24th?
This Monday.
It's this Monday.
Yeah, because that's a good segue. Monday, June 24th, at the Roosevelt.
Open mic.
Yet another open mic hosted by your boy. It's gonna be a good time. It's probably gonna be hot. I was gonna say, but I'll be ice cold. But
Damn.
yeah.
Did I just?
I got the laugh. I got the laugh before. I didn't need to
Yeah.
say it, but I wanted to get the joke out.
The reaction got me.
Yeah.
June 24th.
Dude,
What time
also-
do you guys start?
Oh.
It depends.
No, it starts at 8. We'll start at 8:30.
Okay.
Last time we started at 8:30. I also want to give a shout out to Sean Youngberg. His apartment is mad cold, bro.
Yeah, mad chilly.
So
It's
cold.
the chill zone.
It's the cold. It's the coldest. It's about the coldest you can get. It's very icy in there.
You think Sean will hear that? He ain't gonna listen to this.
But yeah, man, I would love it if he brings it up to me. Dude, it's so chilly in here. Fucking chiller than chill. You know what? I've been thinking a lot about, and it really came to my attention last night when I watched that documentary. Was he said something? Mike Birbiglia said something that was like, people credit me with like the saying of that it's like tragedy plus time equals comedy. And he's like, I never made that up. That was made up by like fucking like Plato or something, like some like, you know, other person, but like that. And I'm trying to like lean into stuff like that and talk more about stuff that's real, because I don't feel like I'm the type of person who's just like it's more like, how do I make what's happened to me funny versus like, have you ever thought about how weird a chameleon is? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but because sometimes it's really personal, sometimes it's not.
It's trying to figure out a way to like speak your truth and make it funny.
Yeah, exactly. Because a part of me feels like it all has to be fun, and it shouldn't revolve around any of that. But all the people that I love too have something that, like a serious kind of element to it.
Well, you kind of have a serious element to you.
I'm very angry.
Yeah, you're just like a little tall and stoic.
I'm just like hanging out, just trying to get through it, and I'm surviving, you know.
Yeah.
But every time I do it, I always feel better. So I'm always like, just think about that. Just think about that. And it makes me, at least I like to think it makes me a better host. Like,
Yeah. Well, this will be open mic number what? 6?
5.
5? All right. So halfway to 10, bro.
Yeah.
and then you're a tenth to 100. You're almost there, bro. You're
Dude.
crushing it,
Dude. When you put it like that,
Just steps, bro.
In fractions. Yeah,
Just steps,
no, it's
man.
true. It's true. You don't think about like I should be thinking that it's the fifth one. It should be,
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's that's a mindset that I had to get myself into over time.
Uh-huh.
But I'm very much like that with everything now. Everything that I know is positive in my life, I kind of just like, I'm just stagnant. Just stagnant.
Yeah.
Today is day 450 with no alcohol or drugs. Yeah. And we're over 600 days into meditation straight now, you know? And I can feel the change, and it's so positive. I feel like everything in my life is just like falling into place right now.
Uh-huh.
It's very nice. I'm just in a very grateful mood lately, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you look well rested.
I'm not. No, I'm not. My whoop recovery was like 27 this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Banged out a run. Huddy stopped me in Park Hill while I was running. He's just running next to me. He's like, yo, it's mad hot out. I can't believe you're doing this. And I was like, yeah, man, stop talking to me. I'm trying to run.
Yeah,
That's
the
my
way,
boy, though.
It's been hot, has it not? It has been hot. Am I right, folks?
It has been. It is hot as fuck right now.
Yeah.
It's a cool 95, I would say. That's a clock, not a thermostat. So. I thought it was.
Yeah, it's definitely not 73 degrees.
No.
Oh boy.
So, how's the dog?
Oh, she's good, man.
She funny yet?
She's so fucking weird, dude.
You still eating shoes?
Yeah.
I saw a
yeah.
crazy shoe job she did. Yeah.
Loves the shoes.
Yeah.
Loves the shoes, man. Yeah, no, I'm trying to work on my patience because sometimes I get a little frustrated. For sure.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough?
Yeah, that's rough.
Look at that.
You wanted me to just
Didn't even mean to do it.
Skip over that.
Yeah, so how is she teaching you patience, man?
I just know that she doesn't have like a bad bone in her body. She just needs to be taught, and then
Yeah.
somebody needs to like. I try to literally like be like, yo, like you're smart.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. You're very sweet. You can just chill out, bro.
She's just trying to survive.
Yeah. Oh, no,
JP's
exactly.
dog is a beach rescue dog
From
from the hood.
yeah, she was on the verge of death, one might say.
Yeah. And now she's living the good life. Eating shoes, shoelaces.
Eating shoes, just going at it, you know. Absolutely. Yeah, like it. I don't know. When I walk her, I try to like take deep breaths instead of like wondering why she doesn't just like walk alongside me all the time.
I know, bro.
It's tough, yeah. I know
It's
'cause your
crazy.
dog's like that too. Yeah,
It's wild.
yeah, and it's like sometimes I just want to zone out on my walk, and you're making this so hard. But really, it's like, you know, 3 months ago, I would have absolutely like died to just like wake up in the morning and walk the dog.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, why are you being ungrateful right now?
Yeah.
And it's a matter of just like being honest with yourself at that point. You may not want to do it, but you gotta, you know,
Yeah.
you signed up for this.
Shout out to all the dogs.
So, yeah. Play for all the dogs by Drake. She slammed that.
Did I? How long has it been?
I don't know. It's been 767 measures.
Yo, somebody translate that.
If you know how long that is, tell us in the comments.
Yeah. That could have been Sean producing it, telling us. From the pool. He's just got a laptop floating on a floor.
Headphones on? He's got headphones on?
We gotta get him to do it.
He's got headphones on, just wirelessly producing the episode.
And skimming the pool. Alright.
Oh boy, man.
Who thought we'd be here?
Yeah, we're back. I mean, this is the first episode
It's the first episode for this month. Maybe it'll
Yeah.
be the only episode for this month. Maybe there'll be 3 more.
we don't know.
Just trying to do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but I think that's like, I mean, we can be honest and we're talking about honesty about this. Like, we've had a lot going on in our personal lives, and like you said, we've both picked up new things. So sometimes it's hard to make time for this, right? You can agree with that? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
especially when you want the, like, you know, just the instant gratification of relaxing, or, you know, whatever that may be. But being like, you know what this does for us, and like this is healthy, and like also the proof is there, like that everybody's always asking, like, yo, when are you guys putting out another episode?
Yeah.
So
We do get a lot of that stuff.
So maybe I think that's the better way to like phrase it for ourselves, is that it's not just about us.
Yeah. Gotta show up for this too.
Yeah, dude. It's good. This feels good.
Yeah, it was nice. It's a nice, beautiful day. How about Grimace?
Oh, you've seen that, right?
Yeah, I
How
did
about my
see that.
boys, huh? Big comeback.
They're
win last
hot
night.
right now.
They are sizzling.
I can't wait to overpay for Pete Alonso at the All-Star break.
He had a
I don't know, yo,
go
that-
ahead RBI last night.
Yeah, that Ben Rice kid though. He might be
I
for
saw it.
real.
Yeah, I saw his first.
The
time.
roll call, chewing the fuck out. Yo, he's cooking. He's got the spirit.
Yeah. How about the Edmonton Oilers?
Yeah. You think they'll win? I stopped watching.
I think it's not impossible now.
I stopped watching sports when New York teams get eliminated.
It's fair. No, I mean, they were down 3-0, and now they won 2 in a row. I think, like 2 in a row, like handily.
Yeah, I saw the first one was like 8-1.
And now you
right?
got the momentum, and you're going back home.
Yeah.
You got to think if they win again, they're maybe pulling it off.
You never know.
You never.
This guy's got to start growing a little bit more.
The other day, I was thinking, you know, why are we so hard on ourselves? No, really, I'm not being, I'm not being funny. You know, being a person is hard.
Can't tell if you're doing a bit.
Is it a bit?
I don't know. You had me.
What's the deal with the people? I don't know. I feel like that was just kind of off the cuff.
Yeah. The life comes in waves.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was trying to say. And you were looking at me like I had 6 heads.
I thought I was waiting for the punchline. I laughed too early on the last one.
Alright. Maybe jot down where I got the laugh. I kind of want to keep going though. Like I want to lighten it up for a second.
Yeah, man. We can talk about whatever. I'm open, bro.
I was
Ask me a question.
Ask you a question.
You don't have to ask me a question right now. You
I
can
know,
go
no.
for it yourself.
No. I was thinking about like riding that line of using what inspires you from other people to kind of create your own thing. How do you feel like you like embrace that, or like what helps you be more of yourself versus makes you want to like compare yourself to somebody else? I feel like that was a long-winded question.
I think for me, personally, on my journey, when I first started out, I like was looking at people that I thought were inspiring, like Evan Britton and Mike and Jared, listening to them talk on their podcasts and Kilmer about all the things that they were going through, and they talked from a place of that I could understand, of being like someone you don't want to be, and then trying to figure out and maneuver through life to be who you want to be. And it's hard because we're so trained to be in this narrative of everything is comparison and not that we're all similar with just differences, and like everybody is, it's hard. Like I read a lot about the Tao, and it's all about being in balance, and just like
There's that word again.
it's always all about balance. It's always all about balance. But the being in the way, like, is just like you just allowing things to happen. And I think for me, I took everything I could from the people that inspired me, and I started studying it. And as I studied it, I stopped comparing myself to like where they were, because that one's unrealistic because I'm not them, and like we live different lives. But to not compare like to like how am I going to get to there, like how much of this do I have to do to get to that spot. And it became more of like, how much work have I done to myself, and how much more work can I do, because there's always more work to do. And it's like I just said to you about, like, this is 5 out of 10, and you're halfway to 10, and then once you're at 10, you're a tenth of the way to 100. It's just discipline is like, I think for me it definitely started with physical fitness, because when you can control what you're eating and like how you handle your body and like what you put into it, you can start controlling everything else in life. And I started with that as my stepping stone, and I've kind of just used that discipline, and I'm trying to put it into every other facet of my life. Like with work, like I need to show up 5 out of 7 days of the week, and I'll feel like I made progress. And it's just like I do that 1 week, and then I do it again the next week, and like now I did it 2 weeks in a row, and it's just always kind of just building. Because as you start building those days up, it's like, what's the point of me comparing myself to somebody else, man? Like I'm not in competition with anybody, but if I was, it'd be with myself. It's with who I was yesterday, trying to be a better person than that. I don't have to compete with anybody else, because I know that we all have our own things that we go through, and that makes you unique in your own way, and I can never relate to you in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, I can relate to you in the fact that we're people, and like, just, we're all going through our own journey, and it's just a matter of training yourself. Like that discipline I took with my fitness and everything else, it's like it started with learning and just relearning myself, you know, and putting in the time. I think the books that are out there that I read, like, they're available to anybody, man. They've been written and selling #1 for years and years and years and years and years for a fucking reason, you know? Like they do. If you believe in the shit that you're reading and you start to implement it, you can really change your life. And I believe that. And I think that's what it's about. It's you gotta start small, man. You gotta start so small. Just like get through today. And then like once you've done it for a week or two, like then start being like, okay, let's get through this month. Let's get through the next 2 weeks. And then let's get through 2 months, and then 3 months. And like, it's about being patient. That's the end goal. You just got to become as patient as the universe wants you to be, and it'll hand you everything you want. It's bringing me mad shit that I wanted right now. So much. You know.
That was a good answer.
Was it? Thank you. That was a good question.
I thought that was a really good answer.
Yeah, no, I enjoy having conversations like this, so I really appreciate the question.
Yeah, man.
See, I feel that me and you kind of have like in one of the ways that we're different is like right now you're still, sometimes I feel like you still battle with, you don't even like, I feel like
It's okay.
I'm trying to say it and like make it make sense. I feel like sometimes you get worried about what other people are thinking, and then that builds up in your head, and then you don't like, I don't want to say you don't, because I don't know what's going on in your head. I'm trying to be as...
No, but it's fair to say that, like, because of
I think
doing
that
that
starts a battle with you and your inner monologue that's, in my opinion, and that's the way it seems from the outside, sometimes you get worried about what's going on around you, and then you start battling with yourself. I don't know if that's...
No, I mean, that's a fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
like
feel
looking inward and being like, this is my fault.
Yeah, I think if you just take the time...
Having control over the reaction.
Yeah, it's all about that.
Yeah, no. I think that's something that I
build
didn't
that
know.
up a couple times. Like, you start to notice it in situations that you're doing it. And you're like, I feel like it's progress.
Yeah. Well, it's the battle of, like, having what you do creatively kind of hinge on what other people think of it. And I think that there's a healthy relationship with that, and I'm trying to, like, find that. But you feel that kind of pressure when I had never really done something like that, where you're kind of like putting all this, not only attention, but kind of like faith in yourself that I can do this alone. This has literally nothing to do with anybody else, you know. And it becomes, it can add up in your head every once in a while. That you get up there and you're reflecting what's coming from you versus, you know, sending something out from yourself. And like I said, I think the more that you stretch that muscle, the less and less you care, and you just realize that everybody's trying, and not every single like success of your life hinges on the next 5 minutes. I'm just sitting here holding a microphone.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. And it's, you know, it's about.
That's fucking life, brother.
It's a balance. Yeah. It's a balance that I'm trying to figure out. You know. You know, but at least a little aware of it.
And I think we all have that in common, you know?
Yeah.
That's what connects all of us. We all go through this shit, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody's trying to figure out their own thing. And
Yeah.
sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to be like, why don't I have it figured out?
Yeah.
And like, because you think somebody else does. And you know what? They probably don't, man.
Yeah.
They probably don't.
No.
And it's not a battle. It's not a race, yo.
Yeah. I think everybody at some point feels frustrated by that.
For me, like, there was a point at the beginning of this when I was just like, everything was, I mean, it's like, it's ebbs and flows, it's ups and downs, and like, I feel like at the beginning of my journey, everything started feeling like great, because I was like, oh, change, and then it got hard, and it dragged, and it dragged, and it dragged, and then it got, like, pretty good, like, like, I thought things were going really good, and then everything tanked for a little bit. And like the last couple months, I'd say since my birthday, since May, like everything's been on an uphill battle. But like I'm putting in so much work, man. Like, and I see it because like I'm doing things that I would have never done before, you know. And I'm showing up, and like I feel like everything in my life is trending up again. And when it comes down, like I feel like I'm far along enough in this to be like, that's cool. It's all right, man. Just let it happen. And like. Dude, there's been some fucking shit shows at work. And you know me. Bro, if you watch me navigate this, I think Claudia and David must be like, what happened to him? Like, does drinking really impact people that much? Because, like, bro, the restaurant was on fire. Like, 5 separate occasions I've worked, and, like, it's not like the bar is crushing it. Upstairs and downstairs. Shout out to me. I know what I'm doing. Shaker of the drinks if you need consultation. But like, we had no service scheme. Like there was no. It was just like bring the order in. Like that's what they were doing. They were just like bring the order in and bring it to the table. And like no steps of service after that. Like nothing was going. So like it was shitty service. And then like. I shouldn't be. I'm not bashing us. It's constructive criticism, and we've all talked about this. But like, it's just putting in place the guidelines and to get everybody on the same team and working. And like, I've been able to handle this, I feel like, so well. Like, I'm proud of myself for it. Like, I'll sit in meetings sometimes and I'm listening and I'm just like, I don't say anything. But in my head, I'm like, I know you want to say something right now, but we're just gonna shut up and listen because we got 2 ears and one mouth.
Yeah.
And like, I gotta hear what everybody else has to say because I have to be able to use the information that I'm getting from everybody else to put out a response, a reaction that's appropriate for the situation, and not just explode.
Yeah.
That's been the biggest difference for me going into work now. Like, I mean, it's just some day, like, we have good days, but we have some fucking shitty days.
Yeah. Dude.
But we're getting there.
No, exactly. And that's one of the ways I try to use it as, you know, every once in a while things go off the rails for sure. But I try to just use that, like, panicking right now isn't going to help anybody.
Yeah.
And the best thing that I can do is just, like, walk around and I can check on everybody. This place is small enough for me to do that.
Yeah.
I can check on everybody, see what's going on, read the room. Just sometimes it gets crazy over there between, like, to-go food. And same. There were times where I would have absolutely, like, flipped the fuck out on somebody that I would never do now. That I know just doesn't help the situation. And instead of, like, just focusing on being exhausted at the end of the night, I try to, like, give myself some credit. Be like, you handled that, and you know, people are noticing that things are going better, and that's just use that little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because that multiplies. It's like what you were saying.
So I've calmed it down, but like, I have to figure out a way to hide it still because I just look like a mad man. Because I'm in the corner just laughing. I'm like, oh my god, look how just freaking out, tweaking. I look like I'm fucking strung out, just shaking drinks like, oh my god, everything is on fire, and I can't. I'm the guy delivering the pizza in the mirror.
I just every time things go off the rails, I just like walk. I just kind of like walk behind the bar like I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just like, what do I do for a living again? Gets a laugh every time, and then we're back. You know, I was like, I know things are crazy, guys. I got you.
That's a good place to work your stand-up.
Yeah,
behind the bar there.
Yeah,
just hitting random, especially on game days when people are just coming and going to Dutchess Stadium. Just hitting little jokes, try them out.
Little zingers.
Oh man.
Yeah. Then I can't do my Holocaust jokes.
Oh. Well,
no, I can test some stuff.
It's a little close to the others.
Top notch. You should see this bad boy. Could fit a whole body of spaghetti in there. Yeah, and it's you know.
It's hot as fuck, man.
Yeah, the sun is on my back like a damn whippersnapper. If you know what I'm saying. The thing that I keep trying to tell myself is that like I can't be good at my job. I can't be kind of like observant or actually doing anything creative if I'm not being present. And I try to tune into that at work, that like it doesn't do me any good to be upset about something that's going outside of this place when I'm here. And then taking the time to like I don't know, prepare yourself or you know, do the right things for yourself, whether they're creative or they're just kind of like spiritual, mental things. That'll allow you to be present, because that I know, and like there's not a single person who's going to be like, yeah, no, I'm my best self when I'm living in the future or I'm dwelling on the past. And I try to just like enjoy, like if this is the moment that I'm at, if this is like the person who I'm spending time with at this moment, like enjoying that versus like trying to make it about worrying about what's going on there or like what happened yesterday or a year ago or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
The point is,
I don't know.
I really thought you were beaming into my soul right there, bro.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was watching the guys walk behind you. Like, what are they doing? Speaking of not being present.
Where do you think they're going? Be here now, brother. You're just like, is that a squirrel? Squirrel. Yeah. No, that. I feel like that's something that like never does you any harm. That you can, it's just like be present.
Yeah.
Just try to embrace that, and know what you have to do. That you're present enough to put the time into that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's something like this, or it's work, or it's whatever. It could be anything.
Yeah, man.
But try to be there. Because I struggle more than anybody with that.
But you show up.
I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional be presenter.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm not professional. I'm amateur.
Yeah. What's Rick Rubin say? Don't say I can't do that. Just say I haven't done that yet. All right.
That's what I was trying to beam into your soul about, bro.
Yeah. Who thought we'd be here? Episode 27. Work and doing the work.
Work.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad, right? That was the first take.
That was that was good improv.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then?
No, it's yes and. It's yes and.
Yes and.
But one might say that was good improv.
Oh.
Of course, this reality is true. Oh, there goes the sun behind the clouds.
It is a beautiful day now. Minus the heat. Even with the heat.
Also, shout out to Justin Timberlake. We don't support DWIs, but you can bounce back, brother.
We should end it there.
You got this.
That's supportive.
Oh, that's really